All right, assistants, classroom assistants. All right, here we go. Another training video for everybody who works with us at the classroom. Hey, thank y'all for being part of what we do. I want to make your life easier and more helpful to our customers as well. So one of the things that we use often are these portable burners. And so we use them a lot in class. And I need all of you to know how to use them and how to show someone else to use them. Because if it's done wrong, it can be like kablooey. And that wouldn't be good. And if they're done right, then they work beautifully, okay? So, first thing you need to know is there's this gas can in here. This is butane. And so we put the, so there's a notch. So this is how I teach everybody in class. And so I want you to, when you watch this video, to take note of what I'm teaching you, because this is how I'd like you to teach it to them. That's the point of these videos, is to give you this insight and then use it to, you could go verbatim to teach it to them as well. So I typically, when a customer needs to use one of these, I say, here's how it works. There's a notch and a tab right here, and those line up, and that's where the gas can goes in. Okay? And then yep, there it goes in. And then they make sure they're lined up. And then this is your on-off switch right here. Okay? So right here is your on-off switch. And so if your on-off switch, if it's on at all, your gas can, it won't go in. It won't work. So you have to make sure that you're off. It's a safety thing. Make sure you're off so that you can pull this lever down. You see the can move? Okay. That brings the gas can in closer. I call it, it says it engages the gas can. And then once the gas can's engaged, right, you can close this and you can take the knob and go all the way to the bottom, right, and then snap. And you're automatically on high heat. Okay, you hear that snap at the bottom? Right there. And from there, you can adjust your heat. And I usually tell them to make sure to look at it when they're adjusting their heat. Look at the flame, because if it goes too low, it'll go out on you. All right? And then when they turn it off, a lot of times, some of these, it has a safety. When they turn it off, that pops back up. Again, that won't. If this is on at all, that won't go down. And a lot of people, you'll hear them like, what's going on? This thing won't light. Right? It's because you need to tell them to turn it off, push this down, and then turn it to the bottom and snap. Okay? And that's how I teach it. Now in fast mode, right, I gave you all the details behind it. So when I go up to them, I'm like, hey, let me show you how to use that. I said, the first thing you need to know is there's a notch and a tab. You put those together, right? Close it up. And then in order to push this down, you got to make sure this is off. So this has to go down first, and then you can use the on-off switch and snap at the bottom, and it'll light, right? And then, again, I usually pull it up and let me hear the snap again, right? And then I tell them, when you turn it off, that thing will pop back up, so just make sure your knob is off, push that down, then light, and you should be good to go. There you have it. If you missed something, please watch the video again. Watch it 10 times, because this is how I'd like you to teach them to do it at their stations, so that it's safe and they understand what's happening with this particular piece of equipment that we use in the classroom.